Welcome back, everyone. I am Mega Shiny Object. And I got onto this game not exactly knowing what I was going to do. I'm feeling kind of anxious tonight. I don't know why. Just don't know why. It kind of sucks. But I do know I have to talk to these dudes here. Hey, Ash.
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Really?
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden, huh?
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Go ahead, tell me about your family.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Aw, that's sweet.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Sabrina actually doesn't know anything about military moms, Ash. Her mom wasn't around.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
See, and then this is where I personally like to start. I start liking Ashley is when she starts talking about her family. It's something that I personally, as the player, can relate to, because I have 2 younger sisters. I'm the oldest.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
So you raised your sisters?
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
I think right now this is Sabrina reaching out an olive branch after yelling at her the last time they spoke, so...
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Boys, no control.
You ask me, boys need a cold shower that lasts from age 12 to 25.
Amen to that.
They have their uses, ma'am. Not all of them keep their brains in their pants. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed.
Oh, okay.
She levered Mike face first into a tree and left.
Nice.
Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
What about the police?
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
What about you?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy.
Poor baby.
I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Oh, hell no.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Nice.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell.
Wow.
Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him.
What a jackass.
The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
There you go. I can agree with that. See, I personally like Ashley. I think she's awesome. So where was your father?
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Huh, you read poetry.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around.
Oh, I'm spreading it around.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
I'm not gonna say it's a good piece, because I personally know nothing about it, and I don't really see Sabrina as the type of girl who grew up reading poetry, so really.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
From the afterlife.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Why would that be a problem with me?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? Well, I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
True.
I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
And yes, I did just give Sabrina some sort of faith. I established her as a character, I guess. She believes in God. That really, for me,
Dismissed,
sort of came
Chief.
out of nowhere. I don't mind, but for me that was just like, came out of nowhere. I clicked on it because I felt that was something she would say. Kind of cool.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with Seasick a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Anything specific?
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
How so?
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly.
Ew.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market. but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
An
But
L-Corps?
this case wasn't that clear-cut.
That's kinda
Turns
creepy.
out there was more going on than we first realized.
Something about an L-Corps speaking with that really creepy monotone voice, hacking people up, just really freaks the crap out of me. What did you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests.
Ow.
The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Excuse me?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
Oh, it's funny. What about the doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing, huh?
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
That is sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Ew.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them.
Oh,
Most of
God.
them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Bastard.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
What?
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but Seasick headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Yeah, I understand Garrus's viewpoint, but I think that Sabrina's sort of thinking the same thing they are, that it's not worth the lives that would be lost in the process. I personally do agree with Garrus that if there was some way to blow the ship without killing civilians down on the Citadel, that they should have done that, because those hostages were dead anyway. Sabrina doesn't really agree with Garrus at all. No civilian casualties in her mind, so I agree with them.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
Don't blow it up.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're wrong.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is.
And there you go.
You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
I understand that. And there's Sheppard's point that I completely agree with. You stoop to their level, you're no better than they are. And it's especially bad if somebody's in a place of power and does something like that, like Garrus was at that time, because then it's just, like she said, you're a terrorist with a badge.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
Because we're going after his
I
ass.
sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Give it to me, we'll go.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
We will go do it.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Definitely. You are so coming with me. Okay. Let's go talk to Tali and then give the character rundown here. Ooh. Examining codexes is...
Sheppard, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, you seem happy.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is.
Good.
I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Staren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Don't worry, you will.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Why?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people.
Wow.
Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So you're royalty.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen, but it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
That's a lot of pressure.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better.
Oh, you will, sweetie, don't worry.
If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
So what if we save the galaxy?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what's the answer?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Sheppard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Okay.
I should go.
See you later.
I'll have to help you out with that. Okay, so, character rundown here. Sheppard, basically, this is the way Sheppard feels about all of her crewmates, while I go buy some stuff.
Looking for supplies?
Yes. I will do
Let's
the
see what you
rundown.
got.
You bet, Commander.
About Caden, clearly she likes him. Ooh, can I wear it? Oh, I can't afford it though. Sorry, I am concentrating here. She likes Caden quite a bit. She cares about him a lot. She oddly didn't feel any jealousy or anything when Ashley was talking about him, though, which is kind of odd for her, but, The whole conversation with Ashley was pretty much Sheppard reaching out. I think I'm going to buy this. Pretty much Sheppard reaching out an olive branch to kind of like apologize for the way she spoke to her earlier. Ooh, that's badass. She likes Rex. She's always liked Rex. I think Sheppard just likes the Krogan in general. About Garrus, I think she's still a little unsure about him. She likes him, but she feels that he's a little headstrong and he's a bit of a wild card. I'm gonna put that on there. She likes Liara. Not the way Liara wants her to like her, unfortunately, but she does like Liara. So yeah, let's see. Oh, let's go ahead and put you in that. My old armor. That's not weird at all. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I think that Sheppard's really working very hard to try to get to know her crew here. She's always been like that, I think. I guess I don't have any alien armors. Oh, that has no biotic and tech protection at all. Neither does what she have on now, though, so... Yes. I don't use her much anyway, though, so... Excuse me. I know I'm probably rambling and not making any sense right now, but... I'm kind of tired. You wear my old armor. That's weird. Is the Phoenix stuff, is that pink stuff that Ashley was introduced to me in? It is! Okay. Sweet. Alrighty. But yeah. This isn't just a really crappy episode. We're gonna have to go do something fun for the next episode. Maybe I'll go get Garrus's mission done real quick. Walk, Sheppard. Go, girly. And then go to bed, because I have to go to work in the morning. I mean, we're talking 5 in the morning. And I can't sleep because I'm feeling anxious and upset for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? Joker probably has something to say after the last mission. I want to apologize for the quality of the commentary in this episode.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Sorry. Really not my intention, dude. My intention was not to put my crew members in danger, thank you.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission
hello.
coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
From who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Well, okay. Okay.
Commander Sheppard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Good.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Infiltration units.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Sounds serious.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Okay, understood.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Sheppard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
We're not going to Vermeer just yet. Because in my case, it's a bit of metagaming in my case. But in Sheppard's case, she wants to finish what she started with the original 3 planets. And they didn't make it sound too completely urgent, so... Find the Turian who stole Rex's family armor. He's hiding at a base somewhere in the Argos Rho cluster. Garrus gave the coordinates of Dr. Salian's last known whereabouts. Head to the Herschel system in the Kepler Verge. Okay. I'm just going to leave this episode as it is for now, because we're just about to my time's up point. So, this is just sort of a filler episode. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.